Ever since the age of 16, I decided, look, I want to be rich. I never knew what that looked like. I grew up in Jamaica in the middle of Lindsay Town, St. Catherine. I don't know if you know that, but it's not necessarily the richest part of Jamaica. When you think about Jamaica, you think about Ocho Rios, Kingston, Montego Bay, all the touristy areas. I came from the bush central, right? And that's totally fine. I was okay with that. But ever since 16, I remember my sister gave me one book, The Big Bad Book of Everything by Anna Palomino. And that changed everything of how I thought about money, how I thought about investing, how I thought about what I wanted for my life, and having money and being rich. And that was kind of where I gained the idea of not necessarily wanting to go to college, unless it was being paid for, which it wasn't, but that's fine. Besides, it was where I really decided the type of relationship I wanted to have with money. Now, the biggest problem I have is how I pray about money. Before, it used to be, God, I need this because I am in lack of it. And that was what I used as the qualifying factor as to why I should get this, why God should make me have $10,000, $1,000, $20,000 in my bank account, because I need it. I need to go do something. I need to pay for something. I need to do this. I don't want to be poor. I don't want to feel poor. And that was my qualification as to why I thought I needed the dinero. But after hard research and just looking at the stories in the Bible, what I actually got to realize is that it's not about your needs that qualifies you. God does not pick a qualifying candidate based on their wants and needs. If that was the case, would anybody be poor? No. He picks this candidate based on the merits that they have. Think about it. When you go to a job interview, you go telling them, look, I can do this position because I spent 5 years in a managerial position doing the same thing. I have the mastery of this position, so I can come here and I can execute, I can regroup. You tell them all the things that you've done previously before that solidifies you for this position here. Now, the reverse of that is that you go to God praying, God, I need this because I got holes in the bottom of my shoes. God knows you got holes in the bottom of your shoes. And look, God will provide. But at the same time, when we look about increasing wealth, God requires us to put ourselves in the position where He can open the gates to bless us. Now, what does that mean? That means that we need to acquire the skill sets required to handle the kind of wealth that we seek. And that's how I started to reform my prayers. So instead of God, bless me with this because I need it, I said, God, you gave me $1,000. I invested some, I paid my bills with some, and I helped out with some, I threw my tithes with some. And what that does is that it now determines you. Now it allows you to be a qualifying person, a qualifying candidate. Now God can trust you with money. We got to think, before Solomon prayed for wealth, he prayed for wisdom, and with wisdom became wealth. Lock in, twin.